Hey guys, I'm Chris Hagest with Pro Watercraft, and today we're going to install the hull extensions for the 750 SX and SX and SXi, not the SXi Pro. Here's a look at some of the tools we'll be using. We obviously have a drill, screw gun drill. We got the supplied hardware, which is going to be 6 stainless steel screws. Silicone you can buy, or if you have your own. I brought some rulers here just to kind of show the straightness of the hull and how we're going to align it. A little brake cleaner, because when we do go to silicone it, we are going to want to get the exhaust off of the right hand side, and a rag to kind of help us clean up the right hand side exhaust. So the one thing about putting on hull extensions is it's important to make sure that they're not hanging too low or they're not up too high, right? Because obviously the flow coming back towards this product is, you want to keep it straight. You wanted to keep it straight will keep the performance and the bouncing to be less than normal and just all around better handling, right? So we want to make sure that the hull extension goes on fairly straight with the bottom of the hull. Now, with older watercraft, they generally get a little bit of abuse. You hit a rock, or you're up on the beach, or it's hitting the boat ramp and they get rounded off. So that kind of messes with where these might be. You don't want this product to be hanging below or catch an edge and then possibly rip off, right? So it's really important to be aware of where you install these hull extensions, or any hull extension. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use this ruler, and this ruler is going to help us kind of show us, it doesn't have to be perfectly flush. It can be up just slightly from the bottom of the hull. And I'm going to use this ruler to kind of give myself an idea of where this hull extension is going to kind of sit the best. So I'm going to kind of just raise it a little bit off of the planing surface, and I'm also going to put the ruler on the side so I can see it kind of barely tucked in, and I really like how it sits right exactly right there. What I'm going to do is take a Sharpie and I'm going to trace, hopefully and not move, a little bit of a guide there. So now I have a line there, right? So I'll use that to help me make my first hole. Now this is kind of the part where you get one chance. So if you're nervous about it, maybe this is something where you have your local mechanic do, or you have your buddy help you with, but you want to make sure that these they're put on correctly. You want to make sure that they don't catch any edges. So sometimes placing them up just slightly from the running surface is not a terrible idea. So I have it marked. Let's get this back on. Drill bit size. So for these screws into SMC, we suggest 11/64 drill bit. Okay, so now I'm going to drill my first hole, and I usually tend to favor going towards this top hole here. I'll start there, and I'm going to use my 11/64 drill bit. Holding and drilling definitely takes a little practice. Again, if you have a friend helping you, this is definitely what we suggest. See, even when I started drilling, it shifted a little, so that's why it's nice that I made the lines, because it's really helped me kind of be like, oh, okay, I saw it shift over, so I'm going to shift it back, right? These little, hopefully that tip helps you as well. There we go. Okay, so Get this thing lined up. I'm normally right-handed, so this is quite complicated. A little difficult, but okay, I got it started. All right, so once I get the first one in, I kind of, again, I take a look at my, and you can see, yeah, it's in a little more than I like, but it's still better than it sticking out of the hull. Definitely don't want that. So I'll go to this other side here. I'm gonna get that hole. Here we go.
Yeah, he's a 750.
Okay. Again, I'm trying to use the ruler to help me, give me a guide. You know, I have the left side I just did as a good comparison, and I want to, if I didn't get that one on exactly wrong, I kind of want to just make this one match. So they both are in sort of the same location off the bottom of the hull. And once I do find that location, again, I'll take my Sharpie. I'll make a couple reference lines so I can stare at those, and then let's see. That looks pretty good. Kind of difficult getting underneath this bond flange area. Maybe we can just make a line there if that's something we can see, or just a little mark on the side. Maybe a line down that side there. All those little things kind of help you when you're trying to figure out if you still have it in the right spot. All right, so in order for silicone to stick really well to the back of the ski, you got all this exhaust here. That's not going to help the silicone. So you can do a little brake cleaner or contact cleaner if you have acetone, anything like that. Obviously wear masks and gloves and whatever you feel like it's necessary. Doesn't take much, you know, just need to wipe it a little bit. There we go. All the dust off the extender. If you have not used our silicones, seriously, this stuff is absolutely amazing. It's more of an adhesive, but it's transparent, it's clear. So it works just like silicone. Get yourself a tube. Put it in the holes first. And we can go around. There you go. If you're just installing this product, one tube of the silicone is definitely enough. I mean, it never hurts to have a little extra. You won't even use barely much of the tube at all, but having this on hand in your garage is definitely a tool I suggest. Okay. So when you reinstall it, it doesn't really matter which hole you go for. So just that you get it to go on. And obviously the lines that I had on the hull helps me find the hull. All right, so now we're at the kind of the messy. You know, what you really want to see is it squeeze out the bottom here. See all that? That's what you want. That means you put definitely enough silicone on there. I suggest gloves. I'm going to use my finger. Just one easy, nice wipe with the hull. Hopefully you don't have to do any more than that to get the silicone off. Down the sides. In the exhaust hole. If your exhaust hole doesn't perfectly line up with the exhaust, not the end of the world. You know, sometimes these exhaust holes are left, right, up, down from one ski to another, and are not always perfectly the same. So no sweat. The hole in the extender is more than large enough to get the exhaust out. You're going to repeat the steps for the left side. You want to remove it, clean it, silicone it, put it back on, wipe it, and then you're going to probably want to let it sit for about 24 hours before you want to ride it. That's pretty much the install. It's fairly simple. If you have any more questions about your 750 and installing these or any other products from ProWatercraftRacing.com, feel free to reach out to us. We got a great line of handling products that really take the 750 to kind of a modern day ride. So don't let your friends tell you you gotta figure out how to ride. All you gotta do is get some good products from Pro Watercraft. And for all you 750 riders out there, we want to see you guys enjoy this because I personally love the 750 as well. And so I want to see you guys ride and shred and use our products. So share it on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you got.